welcome all you fine sheeple back to some more Frostpunk. Oh boy, last episode not quite as emotionally intense as the Fall of Winter Home, but we did fail. So we're going to be starting up the last autumn again on medium difficulty. Man, damn, so we were just a little behind. It looks like you can fall behind on a project once, and then that's it. So I think what we need to do early on is prioritize research so we can get a dock up and running, so we can get fishing up and running.
Personal journal of...
I have to skip that. Sorry, McLaughlin. But we got stuff to do, so we'll just pause it real quick. Not that we particularly need to. There we go. Right off the bat, we are going to construct... Damn. Yeah, two of those bad boys, and we'll just wait some time. So we've got 15 engineers.
Get on up. Work's not gonna wait.
There they go. So we'll just give them a little bit of time. First steps. So we're jumping right back in. I'm going to be skipping over a lot of the dialogue that we've already seen. I think what we should get first is the docks before we get faster gathering. Let's assign another group there. Now we could construct another one, but I think it's worth holding on to the people just for the time being. Should have signed a law into being. Might go with radical treatment. %, will be left as amputees. Motivation will rise, but we will need to get ourselves an infirmary. I think we might do sustain life this time around.
Regulations change.
And as long as we get an infirmary, all should be okay. So another thing we did learn from last time is that when we want to upgrade things like our docks and stuff, instead of taking workers away,
Get some rest, people.
and what we will do is construct a basic docks. Idle hands will tell them to stop chucking rocks into the hole. Now we do have enough for one home, but I would rather just hold out on that for a little bit. We could maybe chuck down a gathering post down where the docks are at. So if we have a look, a lot of this should getting close to empty. And we could probably take 5 people from there and 5 people from there, and we'll build a gathering post. Maybe there actually. Take another 5 from both. There we go. We can chuck 10 on there. 10 on there. Now we are going to want wood to begin with. Just a lot of wood. And people are starting to get a little sick. So we'll just wait for the time being. We might actually leave, those guys on wood. Now we do need a care house, but I think for the time being, we might go to the chapel. Actually, we can probably afford to go for overcrowding.
Rules
construct the telegraph station. It's going to cost us 20 wood and 25 steel. Gathering post, we can chuck down, I don't know, let's just say there for now. We've only got about 6 wood, so it's not going to fit all the way just yet, but there we go. We do want to take 10 people off of there. Steam cores have been depleted, so we can chuck 5 people there. Now we'll definitely want to get a telegraph station up and running more or less as soon as possible, so we can start requesting more people, more resources, whatever. Faster gathering is done. Now we could go to the foragers' quarters straight away, but I think we'd rather go into the next level. We do have, yeah, about 1 more day before we have to start worrying about all the rest of it. From the telegraph station, we might request 20 more workers, I think. The line is now open. Now we could get another basic docks and get some more wood coming in, which I think isn't a bad idea at this stage. Might speed up the rate at which we're getting that steel. Now with 50 wood, we could for sure start putting down some tents, which is exactly what I plan on doing. 2, 3, 4, 5. Of course they won't be able to use them because we don't have a road. So perhaps that would have been better off going straight into the next level of research. How much steel do we have left? Quite a bit by the looks of things. I will go for a chapel. Build a fishing harbour or a forager's camp is probably what we'll work towards next. Even though an unloading station wouldn't be a bad idea either. Well, I am definitely going to build, yeah, a road just like that, so we actually have the houses. I am actually going to research the next level, so that's going to take care of a lot of our issues. I'm going to plot down a medical post just there and expand the road a little bit. So we've got the wood pile depleted, which gives us some more helping hands. We do need to provide shelter for the rest of everyone by the end of the day. So we are definitely going to want people to work just for the last little bit, as much as possible. We'll get more wood coming in. So I think it was at least 50 wood we're going to need. So we'll do 5. We still do have a little bit of wood. So we'll do what we did last time and just rip some up. Isn't great in the long term, but it should see most of our issues solved. I'm just hoping they'll get it all constructed within the 9 hours. Now we are definitely going to want hearty meals. I think that's what we aim to solve next. population rises. Now what we definitely want, I'm thinking, is at least one more steam core. Oh, that's nice. A lot of people are going to go check up on their friends, it looks like. Oh no, they're just walking past. So a skeptic. Only fools doubt it. I think we've got discontent well in hand, so we'll say that this time around. Now what can we research? Our fishing harbour. Probably not a bad idea at this stage. And a reloading station. We might go reloading station first, just because we do have that raw food. We can chuck down the cookhouse. There. Some people working in there. The steel pile depleted. Troubled father. Oh, this is a little different. Sir, supply ships occasionally carry sacks of post destined for the crew. For security reasons, every inbound and outbound mail is open and read. In this case, a worker received a letter from his wife informing him that one of his daughters is gravely ill. Dire news such as this may impact the morale of the crew. Should we redact the part about the sick daughter? No, we're not going to censor the letter. We are going to get our people working. For the moment, we're just going to have regular meals. But I am planning on changing that to hearty meals with time. Might get a public house as well. Although evening service isn't a bad idea. Still have about 2 days before we have to start changing that up. Can build another house, but yes, so one reloading station on both of those. Probably should have built that at night, but it is close to quitting time anyway, so I don't feel too bad. Now this is where we'll definitely want to look into maybe the fishing harbour. So we're going to be about 4 days ahead of schedule, which is quite nice. And with the chapel, I might place it right there. Plenty of wood to spare. Can we fit one in there? Not really, but we can fit it there.
Folks, enough work for today.
There we go. The chapel built, that should help us out massively, I suspect. And the transport has arrived. Now, we do have about 50 people. I'm thinking we might get another 5 engineers just to boost our research up a little more. Still can't get another steam core as of yet, but that's okay. We do want to get a foragers camp up and running as well, but we can wait for that. We have to make do, or certainly. So yeah, we'll move him. Even though I don't really like it, he should just suck it up. I suppose it's the least we can do to make sure our people are comfortable. They are here, as they said, for like a month or something crazy like that. So next, we can, tack into the next level, because I do want to get optimized materials, just to save us that little bit extra. And we are going to need to start getting some steel sent in, so we might switch this over the course of the night. Wants to go home. He begs you to let him go home. I know it means giving up this here job, but I'll figure something out. My family needs me, so please let me get back to him. Keep working, doctors cost money, or yes, we lose one worker. Hey yo, look, if your daughter's sick, dude, that is hella understandable. I ain't gonna stop you. We'll get the next workshop ready to go.
Shift's over. Stow your tools.
And yeah, we can definitely change this to steel. So we are definitely going to want to upgrade that as soon as possible to try and build up a store of fish. That being said, public house.
New rules are in place.
Yeah, so we're just running low on steel. We could call it the hole. That's not a bad idea. I like that. And we will need 2 steam cores.
Come on, get moving. Time to work.
Now that you have the base, it's time to start building the generator. So let's have a look how far ahead. We're about 3 days ahead of schedule. So I'm not feeling too bad. Get the next upgrade. And if we go to... That's interesting. Alright, obviously I haven't researched the next part. We could go for an upgraded docks, which isn't a bad idea. We do need about 20 steel. So I might... Yeah, just look into getting the profiles manufacturer researched. So it was 20 steel for that next one. Yeah, which we've already gotten. Excellent. That was for an upgraded dock. We'll definitely want someone to construct this when they can.
The shift's over. Time to grab a bite.
And we can sign a new law. So if we look at perhaps the care house, I'm thinking.
Rules and regulations have changed.
And we'll just expand the street. And for the people, we do want to build that public house. Right there. Two promises fulfilled, so our motivation is nice and up a little bit. Now we could do motivation will rise slightly. I don't think that's worth the food because we are playing quite a dangerous game. We're not even cooking hearty meals. Just something to remember. We could get another fishery up.
Sun's up. Get to work, people.
Now with that transport, that'll allow us to build 2 more reloading stations, and then another dock with another 2, and we can say put that to work with coal. It does need, we need more food and more people though. So I am prepared to wait a little while on that, because that is going to take about 20 people. Now, and that 20 people are going to be working on the new reloading stations we're going to construct anyway. So we are still about 2 days ahead of schedule. Colony is descending into chaos. So that was about India again, I believe. Yeah, India. We're not going to censor the letter. Now what we could do, I think, Let's definitely go into prosthesis shipments. So if anyone loses their limb, we can get them back to work.
Regulations change. Waiting time.
Again, I briefly mentioned that it was probably only a good option if you're sorry. Probably only a super good option if you are worried about things like upgraded docks is what we need to do first, which is 20 steel. If you're doing an engineer heavy run and not so much a person heavy run, you can't get more of those. We can get about 18 more workers though, which will be good. We'll build their tents in advance.
Get up, people. There's work to be done.
And we'll just zoom through the start of that. So yeah, we won't worry about docks just yet. I do need to remember we need some steel left over. Can we upgrade to the next level? No, we need 50. We can get that from faster reloading, which isn't going to cost us much steel. We are only about a day ahead of schedule, so we are going to start to want to get people working. With these, we do have 34 people available, so we'll just get started. Straight out the gate, I reckon. And some people have gotten injured. So we're going to improve safety. We can't afford to do that yet. We don't have the ability to change the laws.
Get some rest, people.
3 days ahead of schedule. So again, we've pulled ahead quite significantly. Now we are going to use this opportunity to quickly just upgrade Dock 1 and Dock 2. And then we'll be able to build the reloading stations as well. So hopefully this shipment arrives and we'll have more than enough people to man both docks. Yeah, we will. There we go. I probably should have constructed this one on the steel plant because we definitely don't need the extra wood. But it is what it is. Yes, and we've run out of food, so we are going to want to prioritize an upgraded foodery area. Reloading station, definitely get that built. I've built the 8 profiles, so we'll wait until we're about, I don't know, 2 days ahead of schedule does allow us a nice little bit just in case anything happens. We'll get safety procedure, and we can switch that on there if we need to. Now, in the meantime, if we go to food and health, oh, it's 2 levels away. That is okay. So that's just a steel-heavy investment we need to make. We might actually construct a second fishing harbour in that case. And if we go to, say, resources, there's not really much I want to get. We could go for the foragers' quarters and get like our scouts exploring.
Shift's over. Stow your tools.
Yeah, our steel is starting to go up quite significantly now. If we go to generator, and yeah, now it is quite deadly or dangerous. Thankfully there aren't any gases as of now, but I suspect that will change quite quickly. There we go, so we're going to have our food issue taken care of. we're going to wait a little bit to see if we pull ahead at all.
Come on, get moving. Time to work.
So we can introduce a new law to make things a little safer. Short shift. It looks like we'll have to do.
Company rules
And we'll
are
get
in
22
place.
people working on that. 13 days. Yeah, I fear about that too, Mr. Engineer. There's not much I can really do. Alright, so we can get these guys off of the wood and onto there. And we'll build that forager's quarters just over there. If we have a look at tech, can we go to the next level yet? Yes, we can. Which is fantastic. It's going to cost us a little bit of wood, but nothing crazy. We've got to send him back. So do you want one more engineer, one more worker? And then 2 more steam cores. So yeah, with 2 docks, we're definitely pulling ahead. Mechanical calculator's finished. And we can go straight into the difference engine. Which I think will be quite a good idea. So that will unlock advanced docks, and I don't think we mess around with the more advanced reloading stations just yet until a little bit later. Because as long as we're gathering from 3 piles, I think that's all that should matter. Probably want to get ventilation at some point, but advanced fishing harbors, well, we definitely need those. That is for certain. Do you have an extra 2 workers? You could probably take those guys off there and chuck them on that pile. Yeah, and a lot of it is going to come down to food, so we'll definitely need those advanced docks if we want to sustain such a large working population. I think part of this is just shifting them around so much, not as trying to have everything come in. But we do what we can. Now, work standardization, 10% more efficient, cause less discontent. I think that's cause more discontent. Sorry, I think that's definitely worth it. Have a look. We're still about 2 days ahead, which is excellent. We'll keep the workers going.
Work's not gonna wait.
Toxic gases. Here we go. So it is harmful. So we're going to have to start researching safer precautions. And we'll wait the 4 hours. Hopefully that means not as many people get sick. But this game do be weird sometimes. Fantastic. So we got more people to arrive. Difference engine level 4. Advanced fishing harbor is exactly what we'll do. We don't have any workers left over. Can get another 17, so we'll have to build 2 more tents, which we've just done.
Shift's over. Stow your tools.
It is going to be quite dangerous tomorrow, so I think we might take these workers off. There we go. So, oh, as it turns out, our food was pulling ahead. Oh no, I remember I took someone off there. After hours maintenance equipment. Because we do want less people ending up sick. Now we are still about 2 days ahead of schedule, so we can afford to postpone work for a little while. that's cool. We've got like a nice long walkway. Is that? Yeah, that's running along the pathway. That's cool. That's very cool. So I'm going to be bringing in more food. It's very good news. We could go on to the last level straight away. But I am thinking this will mean we'll need more people, and I don't know if we have enough people to support that, so we might actually go for the steam stations. We're doing a little bit of a flip. We do have enough to upgrade all 4. Enough steam cores, I mean. Alternatively, we can go for protective structures. Ventilation plant wouldn't be bad, but we just don't have any coal. And it does take a steam core. We do have two days to use. So I think if it goes up the next day, which it's not. Yeah, so what we can definitely do is get a steam reloading station, perhaps. And then we are starting to pull ahead. That way we only need 1 for the coal. We can form a group straight off the bat and we'll get them to head towards the reindeer tracks. So if we need more food, the advanced isn't enough. We should have enough. Alright, we can sign a new law into effect. I'm thinking we might go back over here and go for the bathhouse. What we will do is advanced fishing station. We'll demolish this one. We'll take off as many workers as we can spare. It is dangerous, but it should drop down. I'm hoping 2 levels. No, it was. If we go to resources, and upgraded docks, even though we're just going to use 1 pile, I think it's good to get the coal stacking up in both. We can go to the nesting place of the hunting grounds. I think we might go to the hunting grounds. We might switch to hearty meals, actually. See if we can't boost up our motivation all the way. One steam. And we're going to hold on to that 1 steam core. Just while we wait for the next one to arrive. It's still dangerous. Even with safety precautions on, we are starting to run a little behind, so we are definitely going to want to get protective structures. Gas still hasn't fallen. And we can sign another law. We might go repatriation of bodies. And construct a morgue behind our care house and infirmary, which is a little grim, I know, but I think it sort of fits. We'll leave the picture. We know what happens, but we'll leave it. I think it's a little funny. So things should get a little safer for tomorrow. We could do optimized protection. But I am thinking 10% more efficient is probably the way to go. Actually, we need to abort that, and we need a ventilation plant. That is what we actually need. could start gathering from there, but I think we'll head off to the small waterfall. So yeah, our food is looking okay. That said, we have only had the advanced stock working for about a day. Math on that probably doesn't work out to be in our favor. If we were to build a bathhouse, we'd want, I imagine, 2 of them.
Shift's over. Stow your tools.
Just get rid of those 2 so we can fit the bathhouse in. Probably not super optimal in terms of positioning, but I don't mind too much. So yeah, we've already got a nice amount of coal coming in as well. So we can take those guys off there and maybe chuck them there. And chuck them there. Yeah. We're about 3 hours behind schedule. We don't want to fall much further behind, so thankfully the next day we should be alright. Now if we do need some more structures, oh, we don't have enough wood anyway. Probably not worth having them work there. As long as the gas drops, we should be okay, I think. Harbingers of doom far out. We're going to move on from the small waterfall to the rusting rails. Company funerals is what we'll do.
Listen, everybody. New regulations.
The gas still hasn't subsided. It's only harmful. I'll put my people on it all the same. Now, I don't think we need any more steel, at least. At least not desperately. So we'll try and get that finished as soon as possible. Now, if we look around, what can we get? Gathering optimization. That 10% bump in resources wouldn't be terrible. But I think more foragers and a forager cart might be good as well, because if we have a look at our food, we are starting to decline a little bit. And we want a ventilation plant up and running, ready to go, because yeah, the gas is going to go up again. Punish them both. We're about 4 hours ahead of schedule now. So after today, I think we'll switch them from there to just build up the structural profiles so everything will be safe. More foragers have been researched. Get forager carts next, I think. Can get another 2 steam cores, but I do think we need another 10 people.
The shift's over. Time to grab a bite.
So that should keep the level at what it's at. And if I were to grab more people from somewhere, I think I'd grab them from there. And I think arrived at rusting rails. We're gonna move on. little further south to the close town. Now, where can I pull people from? Don't have anyone working on steel. We only have a few people working on wood. So we might reduce that number even more. We are going to need short shifts though. That's for certain. We need 8 of those profiles. My goodness. Oh, what's happened? So people are so... Oh. They were so motivated and then all of it disappeared. Oh, so it's not that dangerous, so we can afford to work at harmful. I'd rather work at unhealthy. Just for the time being. Oh, thank goodness. It was... Ooh. Big explosion. The screams make it sound so horrific. I think we've got the rescue teams though. Thank goodness. Yeah, still less than an hour ahead of schedule. Not super great, but I'm happy with that. 3 graves. We'll head out. Garages there are now a little bit faster. Did go for even more optimized collectors, which I think is a good idea. But we will want a machine shop ready to go. And they are striking. So we'll negotiate with them. Comfortable quarters, the rest of the day off, extra rations. We'll go for comfortable quarters. And we'll go with the workers' union as well. So yes, about 8 hours ahead of schedule. I do want 10 of these. Some more workers have arrived, which is fantastic. We can put them straight to work there. Build the machine shop to build steam exchanges. Now, machine shop wouldn't be bad. I would rather try and get a hold on all my resources. We go look at the tech tree and get a foundry. Or we can get medical post upgrade. Isn't a bad idea. I have plenty of coal. Ventilation is working. We'll move on from the 3 graves. We'll head to the storehouse first. About 5 hours ahead of schedule, so we should finish that on time. Then we can start work on the next part. If we desperately need to, we can get the protective structures up. But I'm hoping we won't have to. Yeah, and we've run out of food rations, so we are going to have to switch back to the standard meal. Explore the steam house. I don't think we will. Honesty above all. A steam cause would be huge for us. We do need more people. I think we'll be able to send them out on hunting expeditions is my plan, because we do have about 5 people free right now. With a few more, we can send them out. So it is harmful. 6 structural profiles. I don't think too many are going to get injured. That's not the way to think about it. Thank goodness. Build the foundations. Oh boy. So I think, thankfully, we can build the pressure valves straight out the gate. Take those guys off there. That is way too dangerous at the moment, but we can get started properly. And we do want to get a hold on our resources again. So I am just going to get those guys working. There we are. No, we don't have enough structural profiles. That should be okay. The gas is set to go up. But we are now only 5 hours ahead of schedule. This is tough, man. This is a constant battle. We're definitely going to want to build a labor union, but for that we need more wood, which we should get. So we can go pick up some more people from the abandoned site as well. Machine shop. Right, we weren't going to do any of that. We were going to build the labor union. And we can build that. Maybe over there. And we'll just boost our wood production a little bit. So what do we have going on here? Grateful father. So we have news about the father of the sick child. You're allowed to go home. He wrote one of his friends that his daughter did not make it, but he's grateful that he could be there to hold her hand. Our people appreciate that you made the right call. Are we pulling ahead at all? 10 hours ahead. We do need 10 steel steam exchanges, I think, and for that you need steel. So I might get the last 5 people working on there. If we have a look, gathering optimization, we definitely want to... With such a small, unoptimized workforce, we want more people working where we can get them. So we'll take 5 people from here, and we'll take 10 people from here. Actually, we might take 5 from both. And how many did we need? 10 steam exchanges. Can only afford 4. You might even want to take 5 people from there. Just have them pulling the steam for us. So move on. We've got the trappers cannon in, and we've got Krevenig. It's going with 10 people. Our food is okay. Our food, I'm not sure if we're producing more food a day or what the case is. Transport has arrived, which is fantastic. We don't need wood as desperately. I do think we need some more steam cores though. So we'll get 3 more of those bad boys. We do get 2 steam cores from there. We will head to the freight terminal. We do want to head off to the other side as well. But first I want another crew. We could probably reduce this by 5, I think. Okay. If we build another cabin, let's have a look. I don't know if more efficient gathering will affect the piles, but I'm suspecting they might. So that is what we might do. I have a sneaky suspicion. I could be wrong. I don't know if there's a way we can check. Might increase the hours of this workplace. We're not doing too badly. Now if we look at labor, can do collective bargaining, which I think is a good idea just in case we get multiple striking areas. We'll let them choose. Even though that's going to increase the risk of strikes, I think we should be okay. And we'll get another team. And we'll head off to the other site. See if we can't get any more workers for free. Our food definitely does seem to be pulling ahead. Oh no. Okay. We might get comfortable homes. We're being very honourable explorers. Don't know if it's going to be worth it in the long run. But, hey. I think it might be. We are still about 2 days ahead of schedule. We are going to want 10 Steam exchanges. Wow. So we definitely need to pull some people from something. So this is about... I can't see how much coal per hour is coming in. I have to wait a little while. Alright, so we'll head to this last spot. And then we'll head back to the construction site with our steam cores. And then we'll set that guy up to get us some food. Nope, that's not what we wanted. We wanted comfortable quarters. It's gonna set us back about 4 homes, it looks like. If I've done my math right. Now, if we go to maybe even efficient fans might help us, or ventilation plant coupling potentially. Yeah, because things are a little dangerous right now. I don't know if I want to have those guys working there. Does mean we can have more people working back at these places again. That said, the gas is supposed to be pretty high. We are ahead about 2 days, so I am feeling relatively comfortable about all this. And they've arrived at the railroad tracks, so we'll head down to the Trappers Camp. Power of the people. 2 days to pass, Workers' Council. Sounds good to me. I think I need 6 houses. We have 169 wood, so it should be alright. 2, 3, 4. Yeah, there's good. And we'll just expand. Oh, no, the roads are all good. So we'll move on to the field kitchen. Our food is doing okay, it looks like. I think we are. I think this is gradually catching us more and more food, if I'm not mistaken. Which is excellent. Now we can research something else. We might go for... I would like to start going for redesigned templates if possible. Just to make it a little cheaper in the future if we have to build any more. Though they will boost our production quite significantly. So we are only about a day ahead of schedule. It's way too dangerous. What we can do is build another vent plant. Which is what we'll definitely do. And now we'll head back to the construction site, which is going to take about a day. Should be all good. We'll switch that to normal working hours. Site 107. All those houses should be constructed. And then motivation hopefully will be all good. All Gucci. Workers' Council. And we can build that right there, which will cover all those workplaces, which is quite good. We do still have a few more to build. Site 107. Take them to our camp, so it's going to bring us 12 engineers. I think that's worth it. More mouths to feed, but we are looking good on the food front. Now it is not as dangerous as it once was. Now the question is, of course, where to pull these workers from. So we got 20 people in there. We've got 10 people working on this pile. 10 on that pile. $34. There we go. That's pretty close. I think probably as close as we will get. $16 hours. Hopefully that pushes us a little bit ahead of schedule. Now there was something I was thinking of doing. Cannot recall what exactly it was. Actually, there we go. Engineer's plea. I do think it's important that we know that engineers are in charge. Now we can get the redesigned template, which I think is what we might do. Now what more do we need? I think we need a couple more workers.
Quitting time. Workers, leave your tools in order.
Now if we have a look at how far we are about a day ahead of schedule. Fantastic. I think that's where we might leave this episode for the time being. I feel like we're doing a lot better. Oh, nice, they returned. But again, I guess there's only one way to really tell, and that is to wait and see. Thank you so much for watching. I've been Max the Gaming Lamb. It has been an absolute delight. Goodbye.